Hello everyone and welcome to Fire Emblem Vision Quest, Fire Emblem 8 ROM Hack by me, Pandan. And welcome. Very excited to be here for Fire Emblem E3 2019. Been playing a couple of really fun ROM hacks this year. And today I'm going to be showing off a couple of things, so I'll just put on some music while we're talking through this. Yeah, we'll go with this. But yeah, so I'm going to be showing off a couple things today. So buckle up. I think it'll be a couple hours probably, depending on how I feel. I'm aiming to show off 2 different chapters today. I'm going to show off one of the revamped chapters from the previous build that's been completely redone, and then I'll be showing off another new chapter that is new as of this most recent release that dropped around, probably at this point it'll be a little over a month ago, October 1st. But I'm going back and making some edits, so I want to thank everyone who's given the hack a chance, played it, send me some feedback. We're getting there. We're making it. We're on our way. And then if everything goes well, we'll I'll show you guys something new that's in the works later on. So this chapter here, 110, Burning Desire. So this chapter was redone. It was broken in the last patch. I'm not gonna skip the story and stuff like that. I'll let you guys take a look at that. That's our Lord in the mid left. That's Storch. And then on the far left is his buddy Vigalis, who's really strong. And then on the right is Titus, who is the other Lord, and he's a mage armor knight. So pretty much where we're at right now is that Titus has joined up with, so Storch was poor and there were a lot of taxes, and so Storch was like, I guess we got to steal now to survive, or else we're gonna all get like jailed for not being able to pay our taxes. And then he comes into contact with Lord Titus, who doesn't agree with the practices of the state that they live in. And so Titus hears about Storch and like this group of people who are fighting back and tries to join up with them, so they make a proper rebellion. And at this point in the first arc, they're getting close to the capital of Bolaro, which is the state in the empire that they're in, so kind of like a province, or think of more like how the different lords of Lycia work. It's a little bit like that politically in this part of the game. And so they're taking on the supply depot. And this guy Gelt with the mustache, that's by Laurent Lacroix. I love his villains, dude. He makes such great villains. Gelt is pretty comically evil. And on the right, this is a Nick T free-to-use mug. This is Erasmus. He's a paladin who was sent here by the Emperor to try and, get a sense of what's going on. Like, why is there a rebellion? You should check into this. And he's kind of like, I think this is bad. Like, we're on the wrong side. He's having a we the baddies moment, is kind of like what's going on here. So Lord Grodin, who they're referring to, that's the Lord of Bolaro. So I know I'm just dumping a lot of exposition. So play the game, guys. Just play it. And then over here we got Zoya and Hollis. So Zoya is on the right. She's by Dur the Victorion. She did a really great job with her. And on the left we have Hollis, Sword Armor Knight. The original mug was by me, and then Levin, bless his heart, made so many great edits to make him look much more presentable than what I was doing with him. But I wanted to go with it like FE6, saturated, GBA Armor Knight feel, and I think Levin captured that really well. But on the right, I just love Zoya's pose. Yeah, he's just like shaking in his boots. He's scared. So their plan was to join up with Titus, but they get found out, and so now they're going to turn green. I think Zoya has some of the most powerful lines in the game. Speaks with authority. Alright, so our objective of this map is to destroy the supply tents. So we can kill the boss if we want. Erasmus is here. He's pretty buff. Also new stat screen, by the way. I just put this together not too long ago. The original version was by SME. Did a lot of really great stuff for the community. And I just took it and gave it some of that flourish. Someone told me that the old one looked kind of like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, and I was like, all right, I gotta change this. As much as I appreciate the comparison, but pretty much here, our mission is to destroy these supply tents. The map will end once all of them are destroyed. There's a little bit of lag on this map for whatever reason. Not really totally sure why. It seems to be pretty inconsistent, and we're just gonna get into it. So I'm going to press start, and we're gonna get started. So yeah, here's the game telling you that if you don't destroy the supplies within 14 turns, you get a game over. So there's a lot of stuff to do here. We got some chests, we got some villages, We have this tile that will become more relevant later. But there's going to be a lot to try and make you move and groove. So we need to split up. We're going to probably have to go here first because these two guys will be screwed. We have to talk to Erasmus as well, but he's going to charge us. And then we got to get all these chests before some thieves come out of the staircases and take all the good loot. So we're going to play with some animations on for a bit. And we're going to get this green text box going. So we'll show off characters as they see fit. This Marlin is insane, by the way. This was my playtest patch for part 1 earlier. And holy heck, this is the best Marlin I've ever seen. He's usually not that good, so I brought him along. We're going to kick it off with Helga, though. 15. Yeah, we could do this. So Helga's your Axe Wyvern. So the way classes work in this is that, I guess to backtrack a little bit, I always thought it was kind of annoying that in GBA, especially, you could have classes, like you could get pre-promotes that have like certain ranks that didn't really make sense. Like a warrior with really good bow rank just rarely happened if you were trying to promote a fighter. And so I kind of took that premise and was like, well, what if units that had multiple weapons had different base classes instead? Because I don't really care for branching promotions. I just don't think they work very well for balancing. So instead I thought, well, what if we did it like inverse branching, where, so like units like here, Vigalis is a bow fighter and he promotes into a warrior, so he'll have good bow rank, and then he'll get an axe on promotion, which is pretty neat. And then similarly, there's axe heroes who are kind of more like the FE5 mercenaries with axes, so like Orson and Havan and all those guys. They also promote into heroes that get swords. So like trying to like mix it up a little bit, do something different. Kind of a big mechanical difference class-wise for this project that I really like. This is S-Sphere. She is really good. I definitely took a lot of inspiration thematically from Thracia and Tellius, and so she's like the closest thing you have to like a Jagan in this game, but at this point her combat's starting to fall behind a little bit, but I'm sure Skryza will disagree with me. Yeah, look at Marlin, dude. He's insane right now. This is the most insane Marlin I've ever used. Let's see. I'll just use Marlin here. So I'm trying to think how I want to split this up, because Titus can talk to... Telga and Titus can recruit Hollis and Zoya. So I have to think through who I'm going to use over on this right side. And that's a salvaged Cavalier. I'm sure you guys have seen that one a bunch. I love the Marlin palette. That was by Spear Doggo. Spear Doggo did a lot of the palettes in this game. Pikmin 1211 also helped tremendously with many of the palettes that you see here. This is some art by Laurent Lacroix. Gunner, secret character you get in another chapter. Let's see. We're gonna... Yeah, let's do this. Do I need to do this? Yeah, let's just keep moving here. I gotta be mindful because there is a guy with... I guess I can send Storch up. And actually Larissa up maybe would make more sense. Yeah, I like that. So we'll do this. And then we got this great MMB. So Modular Mini Mug Box is originally by Zane, and this version's actually by Skryza. I really like how intuitive it is to use. It shows all the weapons. There's not capture in this game, but there are a lot of stealables and droppables, so I like to make it easy for you guys to see, especially even just for myself, right? Just like see like what's available, what can I use, what can I steal. So let's see how this first enemy phase goes. This guy goes for Nazar, that's fine. I haven't installed the Dur pirate yet. It looks really sweet though. But the Villanelle one looks pretty nice too. Alright, these guys are going for Larissa. There's Salvage Knight. This is a personal spear she gets if she's alive at a certain point in the game. A couple other changes with Armor Knights. They're all broken out by individual weapons, pretty similar to Radiant Dawn, but what's it called? They all promote and get all 3 items, so it's not like this weird like gold, silver knight kind of stuff that was hard for me to follow when I played that game. Watch out for the Horse Slayer. Yeah, so I don't have a proper animation yet for Bowfighter. I want it to look more like the chunky GBA fighter, like the vanilla one, but the Dur Archers are really good, and the bandana ones seem to suit like the more like rough and tough fighter guy. Look at her doubling. Man, oh man. But yeah, you can tell like I'm really big into the SNES games. I love the aesthetic of them, so this map palette I made. Kudos, shout out to Zenith for showing me how to do that. Nice dodge. All right, so we'll keep moving. Oh, gonna go heal him up. Thanks. So this druid's really annoying. This druid also has sleep, so I gotta be careful. Okay, Zoya. Nice one. Hollis, here he comes. I love Hollis's palette. The Steel Blade. I realize that he's very similar in some respects to Darius and Staff of Ages, but hey man. Armor Knights be Armor Knights, you know? They're good. Alright, so we're gonna heal here. Aneesa, look at that man. That's also by Laurent. He's really cool. Buff Priest. Let's see. Alright, so I gotta start destroying some supplies here. Actually, let's do this. I can use just the regular javelin here. Oh, not enough. Alright, thanks, Larissa. How's your stats, dude? You're okay. You got good defense, though. Alright, let's see. It's been a while since I've touched the save. I made this a while ago. There we go, Larissa. Okay, we can do Titus there. How do you do here? We can just end this with the hammer. I don't want to waste the hammer, though, so... yeah, let's do this. 10th battle. So on the mechanical side of things, I want to give a shout out to Pikmin1211 and Snaky1 for helping me get the mechanics working right. Essentially what happens is that the game is constantly running a check for certain flag events or certain AFEVs, I think is what you might call them if you're doing them in Event Assembler. And pretty much what that means is that each time one of the tents is killed, the flag drops. And then there's logic run that goes tent by tent to check to see, have all of the tents been destroyed? And then once all of them are destroyed, it gives you the game over event. So like that last screen can be a little wonky. You might have noticed that pause there. That's the event. That's basically like a death quote coming up. So the flag triggers from the death quote. Let's see here. Okay, Lara can do that. I gotta be mindful of this guy, and you've got a killing edge, so I gotta be real careful. Oh, Larissa would have been good on this side. But Marlon can probably take it. Marlon's got 14 defense. Look at this man. And then you've got how much attack? Lady Merm, 16. Yeah, your Marlon's gonna be fine here. So we'll do this. I think Lara might be one of the most controversial characters in the hack. Her growths are kind of in that spotty range where she can steamroll or just not get anything. It's the beauty of the RNG, my friends. All right, now, let's see. You got the Horse Slayer. I gotta be mindful. Look at him doubling with a Steel Blade. Gunner. All right, now, you have this. That's pretty good, too. I kind of want to start working on these archers a bit. Oh, I can support. That's nice. Supports are technically functioning, but they're not actually in the game yet. I don't really love these odds, but I can heal. And if this distracts the druid and he goes to heal this guy instead of trying to sleep me, then that works for me. So we can do, let's see, Steel Sword. That's not going to be enough. I think this is, oh, we can do, oh, well, let's do this instead. No, it's not enough. So let's do Steel Blade. When in doubt, it's Steel Blade time. Gunner. So I do make use of the skill system in this hack. I tried to mute it down a little bit. It's actually been one of those things that I've been constantly paring down since the inception of the project, a little over, gosh, probably like almost 2 years now. I just kind of grew to dislike having them because it's just more stuff to account for. So I've pared down to just like some of the more minor bonuses and things like that. Let's see. So let's do... Oh wait, watch. Actually, I don't really need to open this yet because that's going to be a lot of heat for you guys to take. So let's do this. And then we can just start working on this tent. It's so funny watching them just like hack at a tent. The old build of this chapter, it used the tents used to give items, but I decided to just rework it as more of like a supply depot, and so there are chests instead, which I think will make the map flow a little bit better. So this way, it's like an optional thing to get the rewards. It's not like a guarantee. All right, let's see. S-Sphere's gonna snag this one. Look at her stabbing that tent. Sick experience gains. All right. All right. Yo, here's the event. So we got this girl. Heck. So this was a new addition to the game. I was really hellbent on hitting the 50 character maximum for player units. And so you gotta look at that. He's insane. Doesn't double though, but that's a nice solid chip. This Marlin's just ungodly. This is, don't try this at home, kids. Erasmus went this way. That's annoying. Erasmus can only talk to Titus, but he won't attack. That's annoying. All right. We'll get Titus over there at some point. I should probably change it so that Storch can talk to him as well. But lesson learned. Vigalis gets the strength and speed. Moving and grooving. Worried about this mage coming in hot. Ooh, close, man. Vigalis is at this big fighter HP. Look at him doubling, though. Monstrous. Broke his iron bow. Let's see. Is this guy gonna try and put me to sleep? Yep. So all these things are just meant to like kind of slow you down and panic a little bit more. No. See, just like that. Oh, don't put me to sleep. No, that would be so annoying. Why didn't you heal your buddy? Oh, that was bad. That was probably the worst outcome. Why'd you put her to sleep? Alright. Oh, what are they doing? Uh-oh. Alright. I gotta move a little bit faster on this northern side here. Thankfully, we can both reach them, but I have to worry about these guys. You have this heavy spear, so I should not send Titus over. Hollis is dead, so I gotta talk to you both. So Leslie is the sister of Zoya. Leslie's the character that you fight. Or she chases you down in the prologue, or chapter 1. And this theme is from Enemy to Friend from Fire Emblem 4. So this is not like the actual recruitment music. It's the remix version from when the enemy units that join you attack. So like, for example, if, what's his face attacks you. Oh, you don't have the restore. It's you. No. I can go buy a restore. That's fine. Actually, I can do that right now. It's got some Pokemon Pinball Blue. Yeah, I got some money, so buy this. Get some more Thunder Tomes while we're here. Did well on my stealables last chapter. Do you reach here? Yes. I gotta be mindful then. Let's do this. Look at him not doubling a tent. Good job, Titus. Alright, now. Ooh, tricky stuff. Vigalis needs the heal, but I think I could just hide him. Alright, so let's do this, I think. Yeah, I like this move. Lara and Marlin support's really solid. Helps out a ton with this kind of stuff. Look at that dodge. Love those animations, my god. Alright. We do have a magic salve knight for Titus that Black has been working on. I just haven't had much chance to test it out because there were a couple issues with the scripting, but I think it'll be really cool. Alright, we're gonna... How do you do against this guy, actually? Why don't we just find that out? Ooh, don't like that. And then how much damage are you doing? So you're doing 20, and you have how much defense? 15. So you're taking 5 plus whatever this was. Oh, you'll live, so we can do this. Yeah, I like this idea. Yeah, because we could do this, and then Nazar can go here, and hand axe. I could open the wall here, but I think I want to just like get rid of this archer. Yeah, let's just do that first. Yeah, I like this play. Get this guy out of here. Thumbs up for the thunder. Okay. Taken care of now. Let's just start hacking away at this tent. Look at him doubling with 64. I want to see a tent dodge. Nope. Nazar's got it. Nazar was by Zame. He did a really nice job with him. The old Nazar looked like Guy Fieri. I like this new Nazar as well. Let's see. Steel blade time. Look how big this tent is compared to Hollis, man. Alright, we got him. We got him. Titus should be fine here. We're gonna... Oh, I could just warp. That's really funny. I think I'll save the warp for later. Now, over here. Alright, now we can enter. And I gotta be mindful, because I know a thief's gonna come out of that spot soon. Alright, Vigalas. Oh, I gotta watch out, because this warrior is coming in hot. And I can't heal. And I can't reach this guy with this guy in the way. Can you do something? Yes, you can. Lightbrand time? Yes. Gunner. You get a lot of sword units in this first part of the game. I'm pretty cool with stuff like that. Some people I know like aren't as crazy about it. There we go. Yeah, let's get rid of this guy. I kind of don't want to pull these other two in right now, though. Dragon Axe, Flux. Yeah, I can pull in a lot of dudes if I go into that spot. No. I need to get Vigalas here. So Vigalas has a special event in this house where you get a special weapon for him. This guy being asleep is really, really troublesome. Do I have an elixir? I do. Oh, I can use a light rune too. Said no one. Now light runes are fun. I think it was Laurent who was showing his friend playing the game, and his friend was like using light runes everywhere and doing all these really creative strats. I really like stuff like that. That's why it's there, guys. That's why it's there. You can support Marlon, but you already have supports with S-Sphere, so I don't want to do that. How does... Marlon's godly enough that he can take this enemy phase, although... Ooh, the Zambado, never mind. I don't trust him that much. We can do... How much damage would this do? So this is going to be... Let's do some calcs, boys. So we got to check... Okay, so that's going to be 18 plus 11. So that's going to be 29 points of damage. You're doing 15. Then it's 16 minus 6, so that's 10, so 25. You're doing 18, which is really 19 minus 14, so that's another 6. So you're down to like 9 hit points, and then you've got 25 damage. Minus 14, that's 9. So that would like everything, if Marlon gets hit here, he's very liable to die. And I broke the brother sword already, which is his personal weapon. And Erasmus is just in the way, which is really troublesome. Okay. Freaking sleep staves though. I want to get rid of this guy because him putting her to sleep was really, really unfortunate. I guess we, for purposes of FE3, we'll do this. We'll just run the support. Help Marlon out a little bit. Yeah, I like that. I like those odds. That's a little bit better. Alright, let's roll the dice. Getting very aggressive with Marlon. I probably should have promoted him. Nice dodge. Get out. Get out of here. Yeah, normally this is not a move you can make. Oh, I forgot about the heavy spear dude. He might go for Marlin. Nice, alright. Marlin's too good. The RNG blessed Marlin, like, beyond anything I could have ever imagined. Usually Marlin's kind of middling. Look at him go. That's a Marlin level. That's what I've come to expect from Marlin. Not this one that I've gotten here. Let's see, this is going to be like a 0 hit. Yep. Supports are broken, guys. I think I might, like, lessen the supports a little bit. And I think I don't really, like, try to do any abuse or anything like that. I play pretty efficiently, but some of these supports are pretty fast. I've thought about implementing the FE9 style supports, but I need to read a little bit more into that and what that would mean and reorganize everything so that it flows in the right way. So TBD on that, guys. TBD on that. But Marlin on the forest has done exceptionally well. This Marlin's too good. The next chapter we'll do, we won't have Marlin, so it'll be a little bit different. This guy's gonna come in. Yeah, the support with Storch, I think, really helped out. Marlin's got wind affinity, and Storch has fire. I believe the wind gives avoid. Fire, I think, might give some avoid as well. I don't recall exactly. Here comes the shaman. Oh, he's got no Sferata. With supports, these hit rates are really, really a joke. That's why you gotta, like, be careful about how you split up your units. So, hello. Nice dodge. Crit him. Okay, that works too. This is not the best Lara I've ever used. The original, that's pretty decent. Speed, it's nice on her. This is like a pretty average Lara. Let's see what this warrior's got to say. He's going for Storch. Goes for the big damage. Dodge. Good job, Storchy boy. All right. He's gonna try and put Hollis to sleep. And he's putting all my armors to sleep. He must be a fan of the banned armor for sleep. Alright, so this mage blocked the thief that was going to come out of here, which is pretty convenient. I'm going to do this real quick too. Steal that so he just skedaddles. Okay, now you can do this. Let's go here. Let's restore Larissa so she can get moving again. Because there are going to be some reinforcements that come from behind to hurry us up a little bit. But normally I find I usually have a couple of turns to spare. I don't like to make the maps like too crazy, like that you don't need to rush and take too many risks when it comes to timers, especially because I'm assuming... One of the things with the design philosophy that I've had is that I'm assuming the player is playing Iron Man, or that Iron Man is at least a viable mode of play. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to give so many player characters up front. Dire Thunder, there we go. You give a lot of options as well, so you have different tools at your disposal to get rid of stuff. But yeah, I assume the player's playing Iron Man, so like, if you are resetting and like everyone's getting good level ups and things like that, like the game's definitely going to be easier for you than it might be for someone else. Let's see. Okay, now over here. Erasmus is just chilling. He just wants to talk. He's got to talk to Titus. Ooh, we can get rid of this guy, but that hit rate... I think I need to get rid of... Yeah, I think let's do this. Let's break, let's see, 11, because she'll kill me on enemy phase, or you'll die on enemy phase. Let's see what's Gunnar saying here. Gunnar's really good against the mages. He's kind of like... I wanted to recreate the Dread Fighters in Gaiden, so I just made Gunnar have like bad luck in defense and good res. So he does... He's a mage killer, boys. He's a mage killer. So... Total mage killer. Alright, now we can do... Can you double here? No. Nah, I'm not going to risk that. Okay, you don't double either? Okay, that's good. This guy's pretty buff for this point in the game. 12 speed. Alright, now, let's see. We can do 14. 20. 14, so that's 20, it's 34. Yeah, that should be enough. So I'm thinking, or we can just use Marlin. What? He's doubling. He's insane. He is certified insane. The mage is, I can use Lara then to kill the mage and then Storch can get this. Marlin's so good. Alright. Or I could use Vigalis to get the kill now, so we can do that instead. So let's do this. Break our fire tome on this guy. Fire broke. Alright, now Vigalis can do a bit of this. Steel bow time. Alright, we're moving and grooving, guys. We're moving and grooving. Vigalis is a good spot to get that village. I'm a little worried about his enemy phase here. This guy's got an iron axe, so it's actually not as bad as I thought. Can you do anything here? Yes, you can. This is also a very good Storch. This is probably one of the best Storches I've ever had. Usually people will tell you that their Storch is pretty bad. He gets a lot of comparisons to Roy as far as lords go. I've made some tweaks to him. He's a little bit better now. He's a bit more, you know, of a high performer, I would say. And then we're just going to work on this guy. Oh wait, that guy's a red gem to steal, so I'll steal and then destroy him. Alright. Okay, goes for Storchy boy. So right now this game is balanced around normal mode. Hard mode is being... Oh, it's running away. Hard mode's being worked on kind of slowly. I want to finish the game first before I do a lot of effort into hard mode, because I also want to like try and like reimagine the game a little bit when I do it hard mode. So like adding in like some different enemies and think a little bit more about placement. Like I think I did a decent job with placement and stuff like that here, but hard mode I want it to be less about like stat inflation and more about how you position and things like that, weapons and stuff like that. So TBD on how that'll all shake out. But right now my focus is on finishing the game, because we're getting real close. Like all the art's done, and I want to give a big shout out to all the artists. So here comes Gelt. So he's calling in the wyverns. I'm joining from all sides. Okay, so you can do this. Yeah. So I'm trying to finish the game right now. The current patch goes up to 3E, so that's about 25 chapters. And then I have another, let's see, steal this. What's it called? I have another 7 scoped out for part 4, plus 3 more guidance that I want to add into or different parts of the game. So all in all, I think this is shaping up to be like a... Oh, that was a nice miss. Nice one, Helga. This is shaping up to be probably 35 chapters when it's all said and done. Can you get this? Yeah, you can do that. So hopefully it'll be fun for everyone. I've gotten some good feedback so far. I have fun playing it. That's kind of why I started doing all this. Kind of want to play my own stuff. Now, I gotta get this guy out of the way so Marlin can go do this. Marlin can just double. One rounding a 10. Just gotta capture that screenshot. Look at that, Marlin. One rounding a 10. The absolute monster. Alright, now we can do Storch over here. Because I want to make sure that we get everything we need. Then Gunner. Yeah, we'll let Gunner get this kill. Making pretty quick work of the map. Haven't noticed too much lag, thankfully. I don't know if anyone with a keener eye for this sort of thing has noticed it, but I certainly haven't. Here's a bulky tent. Freaking calling on thunder to destroy a tent, guys. This is the world we live in. But yeah, once I do finish the project, I want to go back and add in hard mode, like properly. Right now the game is playable on normal mode. I've also done like a level adjustment. I've done a level adjustment for easy mode. And I removed the tutorial, so it should be playable. Like, some people have told me that they think normal mode's a little too hard, which is fair. Like, I would say this normal mode is more like akin to somewhere like a notch below FE6 hard mode, probably because there's just less bullshit than FE6 hard mode. But whatever the case may be, it's more challenging than vanilla normal. I think easy mode will feel a lot more like vanilla normal mode if that's the kind of thing that you're into. I like to have a rousing normal mode. I would say this is, yeah, it's probably like a notch below FE6 hard. This chapter I'm making pretty quick work of though right now. And I think part of that is because I've just gotten some really good RNG. Like, without Marlon, this chapter just does not go this way. But we're making pretty quick work. Oh, he's going for the house. Oh, crap. We gotta get rid of that thief. That's so funny. I thought he would have escaped, but I guess he sees the house so he can go destroy it. That's super funny. I love the AI. All right. Okay, that Armor Knight's charging on me. I gotta send the Galus down again because he needs to go to that house. All right, yeah, that was a little bit of the lag that I was talking about before. Ooh, so close to the one hitter. The Galus can tee this up. We'll get the Galus into the house next turn. And then we're gonna do, yeah, we'll get you here. Actually, let's double check. Ranges, you're still in place. He will move eventually, and when he does, he's kind of scary. But right now, I think we'll do this. Yeah, so we'll do you, roast and toast. Okay. Okay, only a few more tents to go, but we still got a lot of chests to get, so. Heavy spear. You're probably gonna wake up soon, so that's fine. Okay, what are you saying? No, oh, Nazara's the hammer, that's right. So I'm gonna do a restore here. Hollis, come back to us, bud. All right. So he's still got that steel blade ready to go. His stats are pretty solid. Solid bases. I'd say Hollis might be one of the... I think people would consider Hollis to be probably one of the weakest characters in the game. And not even so much because his stats are bad, it's just like he joins at a time that's not very conducive to him performing as well. And that's just gonna happen, I think. Like, I try hard to balance and make sure like every unit is viable, and I think Hollis is. But as far as his unique value proposition relative to some of your other units that you get, like, I don't know, he's an Armor Knight with swords. That joins kind of at a point where you have a lot of better options, so not as good as he could be, but it is what it is, guys. You know, we can't all be studs. Okay. Shove. Yeah, so everyone gets shove. Infantry units all get shove. And mounted units all get Canto. Not Canto Plus, just regular Canto. I really like shove. It's good mechanic. All right, now you're gonna go here. Just finish him off, Marlon. Okay. And then Storchy boy is gonna go down here. Wait. So she's shirking and off duty. And she's like, actually, I'll just fight with you instead. Her name's Honeydew. Alright, so we got Honeydew. She is an axe merc, so she promotes to a hero. And she comes with the scissor axe, so straight out of Tearing Saga. A little extra crit, a little bit more lightweight, good for a unit like her. And she comes with the bases, so she's got kind of like an axe merm, is kind of what I was thinking. Just like someone else to use axes that's fast. I love axe units. I think they're fun. So I wanted to make a few good ones. We're making pretty good timing. I'm wondering when those wyverns are going to show up because they're going to pop in pretty soon. But I got a boogie if I want to get all this stuff. Dewi should be waking up in a second, I hope. There we go. Thank frick. So we're going to take this chest key. We'll just heal you up while we're here. So I got a boogie. I think... Because I don't think I have a chest key up here, do I? So I need to... We have time, though. We have time. Okay, so... Devil Axe, a classic. Alright, now... Gotta watch out. Vigalist. Oh, you don't have a longbow on him, do I? No, I gave it to Suri, who's benched. That was foolish. Alright, let's see. We can we can't really shove either because he's in the way. We don't have a reposition here, do we? No, we don't. Oh, we have a swap, but I want to use Marlin. So that's that. So let's do this. Let's, what is this guy packing? Horse Slayer, he's scary. Alright, we should get rid of him pronto. Oh, we'll be fine. We'll just take out the Horse Slayer guy first. Marlin's too good right now, man. Marlin is too good right now. Okay. You don't have a chest key in here, do you? Oh, I do. Clutch. Alright, never mind. Dragon Spear. How timely. Alright, now we can move Honeydew up. Then we can talk to you. So Erasmus doesn't join here, but if you don't kill him and actually just talk to him, you get another unit at the end of the chapter. Erasmus will join later. He's just a little too busted right now, and he's still really good when he does join later in the game. But his whole shtick is like, I think you're doing the right thing, but I also have to do my job, so I'm going to just walk away from this whole thing and try and help you behind the scenes. It's kind of what goes on with this. And Titus is basically like Lord Farquaad, but a protagonist. My sincerest thanks. Right. He's like, whatever, dude. So the recruitment theme plays just to like tease you a bit. And then we're back. We're gonna heal up our homie Hollis. I should have warped him in to take care of that bow fighter dude, but we're fine. We're fine. Okay. And then, yeah, we can do this. Clutch plays, Nazar. Nazinar. Alright, now, gotta get creative here. What do you have? Sword Reaver. Alright, we can pull in this archer with Hollis. We gotta be a little crafty here. You have 26 HP, you're doing 23, so we can just run this event right now. So this is a secret event. You get a different one if you visit with anyone else. This is just run by a basic logic check on who's visiting. But Vigalist, his dad left home years ago, and he found him here working at the supply depot, and he's a drunk. He's sad times, man. It's sad times. And then this girl's like, I've been taking care of him because I found him passed out. And her name was Marianne before Three Houses came out, so... IS stripping off ROM hacks once again. So I'll just let you guys read this kind of quick. The Galus is selfishly one of my favorite characters. And that art, that art is by Zame. Zame did the art for Vigalus. It's a big, chunky dude. It's powerful. Pierce the skull of a bear. Built by a master. So he said at least. Alright. What a peculiar man. Yes, I think he won't either. Oh, that should be he won't. Let's see. And there you go. So we got Vigalus' personal weapon. Personal great bow. And we get an Earth Seal. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Oh well. We'll get it back. Alright, is what it is. But, Yeah, so that's that. So, little personal weapon if you find this house with him. There's a couple of other events like that in the game and more that I'll be adding in. I like personal weapons. I think they're fun to make and use. I try to, like, give as much... What's it called? I like to show off some of, like, the side characters a bit. I think that's pretty fun. Alright, I gotta be mindful here. Because you have Thunder. It's overlapping ranges, man. But these guys are gonna charge in, so... I don't want to put Lara here. 18 minus... 18 minus... What was your res? 12. So you're doing 5, and then you're doing 24 minus 6, so 19 plus 5 is 24. You'll live. And then I have... It's a little dicey at that point, but I think I can take him out. So let's... just double checking the ranges. Alright, so I can go here with Lara. And then we can just get everyone else kind of chilling here. Alright, let's see what happens here. Oh, I forgot about those guys over there. Shit. Holy heck. Nice dodge. Regalis is trapped, though. We're fine, boys. We're fine. Oof, not the damage I wanted to take, but... Can we double here? Yes, we can. Powerful stuff. Okay, he's gonna pull this guy in. Nice dodge, Hollis. Hollis getting some action. Look at that steel blade. Alright. Mage. Yeah, we're fine. Ooh, the dodge. I don't know if she'll double here, does she? She did get speed, yeah. There we go. Yeah, this is a pretty average, but average Lara is still really solid. Maybe a little speed boost after that last level. But we're moving. Alright. So he just runs away. Which is fine. Now we can do this. Yeah, look at that. Look at that big damage. I tried really hard to make bows good. I like using my bow users, man. We're going to see a couple good bow users in a bit. But let's see here. So you're still in place. Alright, we're making really good timing. It's like I've made the hack. Oh, let's see. Okay, we could do this. Can you get this crit? Yeah, so yeah. That's the Alice female soldier. It's a nice one. Alright, now... What are you packing? Axe, Reaver, and a steel axe. Alright, so we're gonna do this. Elixir. Okay. You have the rescue, right? Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on doing that. Let's see. 17, and then Helga can come finish off. Yeah, we can do that. That's pretty solid damage. Let's do it. Lara, let's go. Let's go, Lara. Alright, now Helga's gonna come in. You just use the Iron Axe here. Get the guarantee. Okay, then Hollis time. Ooh, takes the damage. That's fine. Only 6 points. Now, Larissa can go here. Oof, Larissa's probably gonna hit the bench. Her defense is really solid, but she did not proc strength very much at all. Still useful. The prof weapon is nice. Oh, she heard me. Alright, now Nazar, let's see. How are you doing against this guy? Oh yeah, you're fine. So we can do... Yeah, we'll heal after. Actually, let's heal Hollis so that Onisim's in support range. The way supports are gained in this hack right now is it's actually it's like modern Fire Emblem. So, or it's close to modern Fire Emblem. If you end a turn within 3 spaces of the unit, they'll gain support points. That's how I've balanced it right now. So it's pretty similar to like how like Shadows of Valentia and like Conquest do it. I just hate how in GBA you have to like keep them next to each other, which I think is just really inefficient. We could use bolting here on these tents, which is always kind of fun. Bolting the wall. Yeah, let's just do it. Bolting time. Siege tent. Sick. Killer moves. All right, now. All right, I gotta be really careful here. Because I think he's gonna start moving pretty soon. All right, yeah. We're moving pretty quick. Yeah, I got super lucky with the RNG this chapter. Or leading into this chapter, I should say. Alright, but now his AI changed to move. So I gotta be really mindful. Okay, Gunner actually does pretty well against him 1v1. 12-12, so that takes you down to 11, I think? Yeah, we can do this right now, actually. Yeah, I like that. Gunner, can we use Honeydew? Show off Honeydew for a sec? Yeah, Honeydew. Alright, so let's do that. Look at her doubling. What is this guy's speed? He needs some more con so he's not weighed down. That's what I gotta do. That's a buff I gotta give to him. So he's a little bit scarier. Alright, well, let's use Gunner first. Calls him an idiot. Love it. I probably should change that boss scope because it was from when he originally had bolting, and I wasn't sure what he would use when you first ran into him. Alright, Honeydew, let's see the palette. There we go, that's the MK404 fighter with some edits by Pikmin. Okay, we got the boss down. Big level up. Welcome to the team, Honeydew. Great level up. Killer level up. Very much worth it. Alright, now we gotta do... Watch these strats, guys. Love that. Gotta love this. Some leapfrogging room to room to get all the items quickly. Because I don't like the way it turns. And warp is fun as heck. So... Gotta mend. Now we'll do some Killer Lance strats here. Yeah, you crit that tent. You show that tent who's boss. Alright. Now... Okay, victory music plays because we only got a single tent left. We did this really fast. Okay, I'm gonna hold off here. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold off so I can get that last chest and then we'll take care of it. Erasmus, gonna run away. Perfect. Chapter went pretty smoothly overall, I'd say. Again, I think it just helps that I have like some pretty buff units. Doubling with the Steel Blade, let's go. Gunner put in a lot of work. Gunner, probably Marlon as MVP, honestly, just for that crazy enemy phase he had. Let's give this one to Honey. Actually, now let's just give it to the homie. The homeboy Storch. Let's end this off. Okay. This part's a little glitchy. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Alright, so that's this chapter. I gotta fix that piece, but a lot of the polish and stuff like that I'm gonna get to over time. And this is where Marlon sends his letter. I don't really want to show this all off right now. Alright, so that's chapter 110. I like that chapter. I think it's pretty fun. I've just played it a bunch, so I kind of know exactly what I need to do. And it also helped that I just had some very RNG blessed units to use for this map. We're going to switch it over to another save that I have here. This one, this was a good warm-up. And that's one of the reasons why I want to show this off first. Just kind of show off what the new game looked like. Some of the new updates here. because that chapter in the last release was just really, really rough. So wanted to show that off. And now I'm going to show off one of the new chapters that was just added. So this is chapter 3.1, and I want to thank Levin for sending me his save from playtesting specifically for this. So essentially what happens, there's a certain, I'm not going to spoil too much, not like the story is so captivating that you need to like read it all to, you know, I don't expect people to care that much. But basically there's a point in the game where like Titus and Storch kind of like take a break and they get stuck. And so it switches perspective to these guys who are fighting to escape from where they are. I won't spoil too much, but if you put 2 and 2 together, you'll find it's kind of Radiant Dawn-esque in that they're going to end up fighting each other at some point. So this is, we're getting familiar with this new group of units. This is chapter 19 in total numbers. Yeah, and so you don't have the convoy, but you can send items there if you make mistakes. Because I think it's really annoying to have to discard stuff, and I wanted to put a lot of droppables in here so that the player has a lot of stuff to work with. So, welcome to 3.1. We got some Thracia music, and our goal is to escape here. Either one of these tiles works. And pretty much what we need to do is get there. I want to get this chest because it has a brave sword. It's pretty hard to get to. But I'm going to take a short break because we've been going for like 50 minutes. I'm going to take a very short break and I'll be right back. So we're just going to hang out here and we're going to look at this gorgeous man here for a sec. I'll leave you guys to it. Alright, we're back now. This is Kier. He is going to join you when you talk to him. This artwork is by Blaze, and by God did he do a great job. Absolutely love it. Kier is just, it's Dhalsim, guys. He's basically Dhalsim. He's got a battle axe, too. If you kill him, you get a chest key, so consolation prize. But he's got the battle axe, dude. He's got a battle axe. Look at the stats. Look at him. He's great. Notice that he's like way better than Hollis at base. That's because Hollis also has like 8 more chapters to grow. While Kier is kind of in this later port in the game. But anyway, let me just send this text real quick. Alrighty then. Let's get into it. So we have a bunch of new units to talk about. Some new ones to intro. This is Waluyo. He's the lord for this part. He is the chief of a tribe. So Kuching is kind of like, I don't know. I think thematically, I think a lot of people will say it's like not Sakai, but I wanted it to kind of feel similar, like tribal nomadic folks. And he's a great chief. Everyone loves this description. He's a mounted warrior that leads people, and he's got axes and bows. And so this is also some art by Levin. Did a really nice job with him. I like to say he looks like Nomad Aragorn. And we got Surya. This is a Nick T mug. He's a brigand. We got Katut also by Levin, the cleric. We got Kusuma, the sword scout. So she's like, if you can imagine scouts as like nomads from FE7, sword scouts are like the sword version of that. So statted pretty similar to a nomad, gets bows on promotion as a ranger. And then we got Bulan by Melia, really nice eyes here. And she's shaman, pretty good stat spread. And then we got Aneesa, who is an archer. She is, she has spur speed, which makes her really fun to use. Like, positioning with her is really important. And she has the brave bow, comes with a good bow rank. So Waluyu can't use this yet, which I think makes it a little bit more interesting. This art is actually something that I made a really long time ago when I was like 12, and I found it, and then I sent it to Levin, and he spruced it up and made it look way better. So shout out to Levin. And then we got Michael, the bard. We joke that this is the Levin squad on the dev team because Levin made like almost all the art for this group. But we'll see some more stuff in a bit. So now let's get this moving. So I like to do this first here with Aneesa. Set up this nice chip damage. And I like getting into position with the spur speed. It's so important. We could do some talks as well. So Surya's kind of like this happy-go-lucky, jolly sort of dude, and Aneesa's a little bit more stern and serious. She's really focused on like being good at what she does. There you go. So she just kind of likes to rag on Surya. But basically, Waluyu and his group were fighting in this, and they're kind of getting cornered, and now they're trying to escape the fort that they were trying to defend. And in true Fire Emblem fashion, this is all that's left. Yeah, Waluyu is very good. His personal weapon, which needs an icon, the Sagaris, it's a Reaver. Since you don't have any Lance users right now at this part, I thought it'd be fun to use a Reaver weapon, and that's the only axe that he gets. So you could trade stuff over to him, of course, but right now he starts off as like a Lance user, effectively. Now, we can do a couple things here. This guy is scary. He's got a Zimbato, so I gotta be mindful. But I'm gonna do this here. Yeah, let's do this. Get the wall open. And then I gotta be mindful here. Because you're doing what? 23 minus 6. Yeah, that's not good. And you have how much AS? You lose Nosferatu too. You got, yeah, let's see. 14. Yeah, you're toast with Nosferatu. So we're going to, let's see. How do I want to do this? I should have planned this out a little bit better. I like keeping them close together because they support. Total lovers. Katut actually also now, this was actually a recommendation from Skryza. We were playing this recently, and he's like, wait, like, you're going to have to write A supports for Waluyu. And I'm like, what do you mean? Well, if Katut dies, then you need to write A supports for Waluyu. And it might be weird to do that. So I was like, oh, crap. So now she gives a game over. So she can't die. Waluyu just mourns. So we also get Sleep and Barrier. We can just show this off for a sec. I just don't like dealing with this guy. So I'm going to put him to sleep. A little bit of revenge for that last chapter. And then what are you packing? Let's see. You have both of these guys have like no defense. Makes it tricky to do this with them, but so yeah, we use the Nils Bard. This track is actually from Game & Watch. It's from Fire. It's just called Fire Game & Watch. So let's see here. Okay. Oh, I'm worried about pulling this guy. So actually, we're just gonna hold. We're gonna hold out. Oh, here's the boss. This guy's by Laurent. The Band of Savages. Alright, so that's him telling you to hurry up. Got some more Thracia music. Oh, I gotta adjust the Levin settings because he has this guy in normal. This enemy phase theme is the arena music from Thracia. I added that pretty recently. The player phase attack music is actually from Mario Tennis. It's the round 2 music from that game. Here comes Kier. He's going to go after Oh, you mistake, bud. I love that palette. Love the palette. All right. Now we gotta do this. So we're gonna talk. So he basically just recruits Kier. Kier's just all about his wife. He's just a salary man. He wants to get his paycheck, go on home, have a simple life, but he gets sent to war. You wouldn't think that that's all he's about with his stats, but hey, it's Fire Emblem, guys. Okay, let's do this. The crits. Yeah, that Katut support helps us crit out a ton, dude. It's pretty insane. He's kind of... His growths are solid, like, don't get me wrong, like... His growths are really solid, but, what's it called? Let's change this up a bit. His growths are very solid, but, his bases are really good for this point in the game. I haven't played too deep into part 4 yet, but he seems to... I have a feeling he'll stay pretty relevant. He's kind of like Sigurd right now, you know, just this Lord Jagan type of unit for this part of the game. Part 3 right now is 6 chapters, so you have 6 chapters with this group, and there's definitely a couple more units you'll get. Come on, get the crit. Nope. Surya, not doubling. So right now, like, the way I balance this is, like, the speed thresholds are kind of at a place where using Aneesa properly... Ooh, that's a nice crit. Using Aneesa properly gets everyone to double, which is pretty nifty, so it's kind of a fun little thing you can do here to, like, if you're clever with how you position and really thoughtful. And we got the men's staff, so I gotta get that over to Katut ASAP. Let's see. We're gonna barrier up while we have a free turn. I like starting her without any healing items just because it just changes the whole dynamic of the game. So let's see. Yeah, we can do this. We'll use the rapier just to get that extra hit. So I don't have any good animations to use. There's so many great free to use resources out there, just to be completely frank, but no, I don't like that. So we're gonna do this. Yeah, it's hard to do it with these two. I should have planned this a little bit better. But I think I'm going to try and send Waluyo up the right side because he just will move and groove through. You're going to move up, rapier, heal. And then you can attack from afar. So I like that move. Yeah, I like this. Bulan. Alright. And love that jump track. Uh-oh. Don't get doubled. Okay, good. She gets weighed down a little bit by the Brave Bow, so I was a little concerned. Alright. Okay, we're moving. We're moving. Alright, who has a door key? You have both the door keys, so we gotta change that. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send Aneesa up this way to get this chest. Because these guys have a door key too, I think. One of them does. Someone over here has a door key. Is it you? Why am I blanking on this door key? Oh, you have a chest key. Oh, but there's 2 door keys, that's right. So we can trade one to Aneesa and then keep moving. So how am I going to do that? Let's see. Oh, I have an idea. Yeah, we can just do this. I really want to keep moving forward, but I think I have some time to mess around a little bit. I forget when I put... There's reinforcements that come from behind, and they're strong, like to the point where you don't want to deal with them. So, just got to be careful here. Okay, we're going to move you up here. Oh, you have the axe reaver. Actually, this group is not really that great for what we're about to ask them to do, so we're just going to... We got to get really crafty with how we're doing this right now with all these trade strats, just to get everyone in line, because you don't want to be caught in a situation in this chapter, you know, kind of flat-footed. So you want to make sure that you're trading while you have these sort of free opportunities. Like, some of these guys are charging in. Oh, that's actually good positioning for Kira. What do you hack? Okay. So we can put you here. I think I have like another turn or two for the sleep on this guy. And that's one of the reasons why I gave sleep, is because like it's pretty easy to get like overwhelmed. And sleep helps you to slow down the enemies that are coming at you as you're trying to escape. So it definitely has a different sort of feel, I'd say, from a lot of other maps that I've played. One of the other chapters I does something similar to this, actually, not in this game, but in others, is if you've ever played FE8 that Fog of War chapter 10 with Tristan. I really like how you get to use like slow and stuff like that in that chapter to just kind of keep it interesting. You have different use for a healer unit. Stand aside, Michael. So Michael's a jazz musician. That's his thing. Delana is like a soothsayer, fortune teller. The chief is very superstitious, so he just likes to keep her around, even though no one else really likes her. But she also kind of just like pushes Michael to toughen up because he's kind of scrawny. So let's do this. It's always fun going back and seeing the writing, because the game has been like fully written for a while now. Like it's getting close. I think I finished the writing like last March, so I really haven't had to write very much at all. How much AS do you have? 10, and then you have 11. Okay, so we can do this. Yeah, I like this move. Ooh, the crit. Yeah, because you'll do better against the general than she will. Gotta be mindful of these guys though, because that guy's a longbow. She has an iron bow that drops. Yeah, I want that. So I think what I'm gonna do is trade this over to her, and we're gonna do this talk. So Kasuma's sister is the boss of 2E. Just to give you some context as to like them not knowing what's going on. I apologize if some of the story stuff is like kind of irrelevant if you haven't played the game before. So I just want to give a little bit of context as to what they're talking about. So she's just trying to be a nice dude and console a warrior in his ranks. All right, let's see. What are you packing? Big damage. Pillar, that was nice. Okay. Pre-promoted enemies are tough, guys. Not to be trifled with. Oh, hello. Nice dodge. Teeing up this kill, though, for someone else. I gotta watch out for that soldier down low. He's probably gonna wake up in a turn. Okay, that guy's charging in. Nice dodge. That animation hangs for some reason. Doesn't break anything, though. How many turns do you have left? I love the descriptions. 2 turns. Alright, so we need to do some stuff here. So we're going to do this. Alright. We could send Kier up. This guy doesn't have anything too scary. Yeah, I think we can do that. So we can go here with the battle axe. Do you reach Aneesa? No, you don't. So we can do... Would have been good to barrier up, what's his name? Syria. So we'll just kind of hang out over here. And then over here... Okay. Alright, oh, we can do this, yeah, because we have Michael, so we can do Flux, and then Flux again to get this pre-promote. Having a dancer in like a small group like this is kind of fun, because it's hard to keep him fully protected at all times, so you kind of really need to be cognizant of the positioning. So there we go. Thank you, Michael. I don't know why that animation does that, but No one said this game was polished, so let's see. Alright, this is a little bit of a tight spot. We can do this here. Just take the pillar again. Probably didn't really need to, but I see that Cav coming, so I want Bulan to intercept. She's going to get a nice level out of this, though. Let's see. First level of part 3. Skill, luck, defense. Alright. Alright. I'm into that. Okay, now you... You know what I might do? I might just wrap around here and not go... Actually, no, going through the door will be faster, so I should do that. But, I'm a little worried about Kasuma in the spot. But we'll see how this goes. Either way, we gotta get rid of this guy. Use the bow just for the accuracy here. These F-rim edits are really helpful. I like them a lot. Let's see. Alright, enemy phase. Okay, they're charging in a bit. Nice dodge. Big damage. Let's go, Kier. Oh, hello. Oh, whoops. Oh, well. He could take it. Chief can take it. Good thing it wasn't a Zambato. Alright. Nice dodge. Hit him. Can we double here? No. Okay. Okay, they're both going to go for her probably. She'll be fine another turn, but it's a little tricky. Yeah, he's going to move back. All right. Oh, he opens it up, though. So we can pin these guys. I like that. I don't have enough firepower here, but I think with... Let's see. Yeah, with you... 19, so I can do that. Yeah, so let's... The iron bow is probably the least of my worries, so I'm thinking... Yeah, let's do this. Hit both 84s for me. I'm actually looking at this guy wondering why I gave him a Lance Reaver. I think it's specifically for Waluyo. Waluigi, as he's affectionately known as by some. Let's see. Cigaris time. 23. I think you could probably do this too. No, you can't. So this is Waluyo time. Use your Jagans, boys. Use your Jagans. Alright. We're getting there. We are getting there. Oh, we could just do this too. Options to consider. Maybe we'll get a crit. Nope. Okay. Probably should have healed, but we'll use Bulan here. Probably should be dancing for the Chief a little bit more now that I think about it, just with how good he is. That's fine. We gotta spread the love a little bit, boys. Alright. Yeah, I'm thinking I might just ignore these Armor Knights on the far side. Oh, I need to actually get one of them because they have a chest key. Crap. I hate when I fall for my own traps. Alright. Who has a chest key over here? Oh, Kier does. Alright, so... Alright, let's just get rid of the sleeping guy because he's about to wake up. Kind of spreading myself a little thin here, but I think we'll make it work. Please hit. There we go. Always satisfying. Alright, so Surya has the chest key here. You have a chest key, you have a chest key. Alright, now... I gotta watch out for the mage here, but actually that's good positioning because look at that. Look at this. Spur speed. 2 chances to whiff with the battle axe, but Kier's batting 100 right now, I think. He hasn't missed at all. Kier's hit definitely has some issues now. Let's see. Can I are you barriered? No, we're gonna barrier you up because that mage is coming in. Mage is coming in hot. Katoot's here though. Alright. It's a little bit of a slow go for this escape map right now, but I think we're doing decently. Devil Axe. Wow. Killer. Alright. The doubles. I mean, that guy was he was holding a Devil Axe, so he was kind of screwed regardless, but let's go Kier, guys. Let's go Kier. Alright. Okay. Alright, you gotta heal next turn. No two ways about that. Okay, I think this is going to be for Aneesa to kill. Yeah, that barrier really helps. Ooh, the dodge too. Very clutch. Oh. Who's coming in? Alright, we got a Cav. Oh, we got a soldier. Alright. Right now, these aren't the toughest guys coming through. But there are going to be like some more like beefy reinforcements that come in just a bit. So hang tight, lads. Hang tight. And then, okay, the thief hasn't come yet. I gotta be mind. Okay, this guy he moves, so he's scary. Let's see. Yeah, let's just leave Bulan over here to do her thing. Get these guys out of the way. Maybe I'm getting a little greedy here. I don't know how well I'm pacing. I haven't played tested this one in a while, but I did redo this entire map basically from scratch not too long ago, so I'm still learning it. Yeah, let's do this. Oluya will benefit from having an iron bow to use. Yes, this chapter, the way I tried to design it was I wanted to give the player incentives to try and not just like race for the exit, because it's pretty linear otherwise. So I feel that this kind of helps it just stand out a little bit more and gives you just so much to do, right? Like, you don't want to like miss out on some stuff. Let's see. Okay. I think, let's see, I could use Bulan here. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this with Bulan. Get the chest key and just like move her up, and then we're gonna distract Risma next turn with Waluyo, and then use the bow hopefully to kill him. So we're gonna try that out. Let me just double check. Yeah, we're fine over here, so this is good. Maybe she could, oh, she could pull the mage over, which would be pretty tight. But I gotta be mindful of these guys come from the rear. Hopefully they'll go up, because that might be a little bit better for me than if they go for Bulan, just because she's doubling right now, but she's not that fast, and her bulk is not very good, so you gotta be a bit careful with her. Got a chest key though, so she can start making her way up. Now over here, Aneesa's gonna do this. I know some people have said to me that like it pains them having used the brave bow this much, but that's why you get a droppable iron bow. Skill, speed, res, nice. Okay, we're pretty good here. Halberd time. Now we're going to just move Kier over. And just mend him up. I want to start getting everyone together again. And then we can start making a dash for the exit. Unfortunately, this is not Thracia Escape. I haven't tried installing that. As fun as that would be. Alright. Risma. Okay, so I gotta be super mindful here. Because this guy's in like a weird position that I can't really hit him. We're gonna do this though with Surya. Yeah, let's do that. Surya does pretty well in this corner. A little worried keeping him by himself, but we'll make it work, guys. We'll make it work. Alright, so Surya's gonna get that. I'm gonna have him start moving up a little bit. Alright, no new reinforcement there. Kira's gonna move up. Aneesa's gonna move up. She's gonna shove, actually. And then actually we could do... Yeah, we get Michael into a slightly better position, and we can take care of that. I don't want to leave Aneesa exposed, so... Or Katut exposed, because that Cav's in the way. So that's like one of the problems with going that way up the wall. is it kind of creates an easier path for these guys to come after you with. So I gotta try and cut this guy off now. Use the Brave Bow. That's the Sky Piercer. That's like a powerful longbow. Yeah, it's clean. Let's go. Clutch. Alright, now... little worried about... Okay, let's see. How much damage do you take? 15 AS. You're getting doubled. Jeez. And you're doing 20... You're doing 28 damage. And how much damage do you do? 66. You could die, but this could be Nosferatu time. Yeah, this is a Nosferatu turn. Alright, so I like that. Get Katoot up here. Can't put anyone else to sleep yet. We'll barrier up Michael, just in case we didn't take a hit for us. Hopefully it won't come down to it. He's pretty frail. But we got the free turn. Can't really use it for too much else right now. Keep everyone a little topped off. That's a good level up. Holy heckarino. Katoot is good. Live to serve. Let's go. Skills are learned at level 15 in this hack. Let's see. So we're going to just... I'm going to do this so that the wall's ready to break next turn, but not quite broken. Because I don't want Reesma to charge in. She's getting doubled anyway, so this is... I feel comfortable with this. As long as she hits... Yeah, we're fine. And now she'll get some more from the mage on the next turn. And then she can switch over to the Flux and then deal with the mage. But I do have to boogie quickly here. Good level up. Got Hex. Alright. Dodge it. Nope. She does big damage even against the mage, man. Good stuff. Alright, now we're gonna move up a little bit. Oh, if he doubles, that's clean. I think he does. Yep. Beautiful. Great use of the iron bow. Alright, now... Cav coming in. You need a heal really badly. Oh, and I put you in a bad position, didn't I? But I have a dance. So... Oh, wait, we have this. We have the hand axe to bail us out. Let's see, how do you do against this boss? Not quite enough. But you have the axe equipped, right? 5. Alright, we're gonna have to... Wait, can we put him to sleep? Oh, we could put him to sleep! That might be the play here. Yeah, we're gonna do that. No battle quotes for sleep. I've never tried this before. Alright. Sick. Sick! Love sleep. Alright, now... Yeah, let's just do some... Actually, we can just move out a little bit more carelessly than we were going to originally. That's fun. I mean, I'm using sleep pretty aggressively because it's just a one-turn demo. I mean, this is the only... One of the few sleep staves you'll get in the entire game. Maybe you could do like some Steel Plus stuff with your rogues later on with some of the other... Oh, hello. Yeah, these guys are coming in, so I gotta boogie. Yeah, so now it's like rush time. So let's dance for you so we can get this chest. Yeah, I'm using sleep probably a lot more aggressively than I would normally. But it's FE8 guys. We gotta do it right. We gotta show off pull out all the stops here. So we can do... How much damage do you take here? Oh, you're fine. So we can do... Yeah, let's just do the Iron Bow here. Iron Bow Chief, let's go. Takes care of these guys pretty handily. Gotta get a heal on him soon, though. Okay. Oh, she can finish this guy off, so I can do this. And then do that. Some shove strats to keep things moving. And now she can help with the wall too, because that thief is going to come out there in a second, I think. But these guys are starting to come in. I don't want to dally. Surrey is in a little bit of a rough spot because he has to deal with guys coming from both sides, but he does have the elixir, which is nice, so we can get to work on this. Okay, these guys are coming in hot, coming in hot, coming in hot, coming in hot. Uh-oh, Chief. Alright, he's telling us, he's warning us, but we're gonna not necessarily heed his advice. We got a halberd, that's gonna be nice. Alright, now up here. Alright, now we can go get the chest. Oh, I should have probably traded that key over first, but c'est la vie. Getting a little hectic here. Luyo. Would love to shove, but I don't think that's possible right now, so we're gonna heal. Heal up Waluyo just to be safe. And then he's gonna take care of that next cav reinforcement. Eventually we're gonna need to make a break for it though. Snag the boss, because we also don't have that many more turns left. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're fine here. Oh, we can just use Aneesa to get the boss right now. Just pulling people along with Dancer. Kier's fine in that room, I think. I hope none of... Does that guy have a hammer? I should have checked. No, he doesn't. None of these guys have hammers. Okay. I was thoughtful. I should probably give one of those guys a hammer. Alright, let's do this. Yeah. Get the sleeping boss out of the way. Yeah. Nah, bud. Alright, we made pretty quick work of him. Sleep was very clutch there. Are there better uses of sleep? Probably. Like, this guy wasn't that tough. But it does help me just get a little bit more... I'm willing to sacrifice a use of sleep here. So I can get to this more comfortably. Because the Brave Sword's going to be really good. Alright. Soria's in a little bit of a tough spot here. Let's see. Alright, he's fine against this guy, so we can just do Elixir. I might just early promo him, just to make it a little bit easier against those Great Knights, because they will charge out at him at some point. But yeah, now these guys are coming in. And this is just the beginning. There's going to be some promoted enemies pretty soon. Speed, always nice. Always nice. Alright. These guys are charging in. Coming for Kier. Kier might have to hold this point. Gonna do the good Armor Knight thing and choke the point. Good dodge. Alright. Kier got a whiff in. Order is restored. Thief. Paladins. Oh, here we go. Chief. Kusuma. Enemies are approaching from within the fort. These ones look tough. We'll need to leave now. Their breaker weapons are be killed if we dawdle. This is Waluyo telling you, like, don't freaking stick around to try and farm experience. Yeah, because here comes... Yeah, look at these guys, man. Do not mess with these guys. Do not mess with these guys. They're the anti-chief squad. Alright, so... Boom. And now we can do some cool stuff with this. Thank you, Bulan. Wow, this thief is fast, man. Holy crap. But it's fine. I think the thief will just run away. Pallet's a little funky there, too. I should check into that. It's the Lila thief. Let's see. Now, we will... Look at the chief go. This guy can wrap around and get him. Yeah, he can. Curse my map design. Alright, now... Saria's really backed up here. We're gonna keep going. True Brigand over here. Alright, so we got a boogie. So... Okay, so let's do this. I think I know what I'm going to do here. Watch this strat. So we're going to dance for Aneesa, and we're going to longbow, or use the Sky Piercer to damage that Great Knight, and then the Spur Speed should help Waluyo double and get the kill with the Killer Bow. Alright, Dancer level. This is fine. We'll do some chip. Ooh, the crit, though. That's helpful. Thanks, Aneesa. Alright, now over here. Look at that. Let's get the crit. That's why we gave him a Killer Bow, guys. For fun strats. I probably should have moved Katoot a little bit in. It wouldn't have mattered. Steel Axe is nice. Alright, now you've got the Halberd, so you're the one I want to avoid. We could just put him to sleep. Let's try it. Sleep strats. I mean, trust me, there's definitely some other stuff you want to use sleep on, but... Oop. Alright, nope. Alright, so Kier's got to cover the escape of these other dudes coming through. We're going to just chill here. How much damage do you take from him again? Taking 10. Yeah, you're going to stay up here and then cover the escape from those other guys. Because I think they're all going to funnel towards Kier. But I can't do that forever. Because eventually they're going to just, like, start wrapping around, I think. Alright. Here. Big levels. Okay, Thieves like, nope, I don't want any part of this. Okay, here they come. Alright, we're going to rescue you. Kier's just going to continue holding this choke right now. Okay. 12. How much damage do you do to me? Because we got everything. Ooh, that's scary. I mean, we can do it. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so... I really wish this map was Thracia Escape. I really should look into how to set that up. 12. I mean, you'll live, so you'll survive a hit of the halberd. But I could just try to put you to sleep again. FE8 boys, use to break your sleep staves for the demo. You gotta use the good stuff. You gotta use it. All right. Then, let's see, Killer Bow time? Yeah, we're gonna use the Killer Bow. Look at that support coming in hot. Look at that. Look at that. Insult to injury right there. Didn't really need to use the sleep. I just needed her to get in support range, but it made me feel more comfortable making the move. Oh, the Chief. Hail the great Chief. Alright, now we can just keep moving. Yeah, this map would be way better with the Thracia Escape, honestly. But I'm pretty happy with it. I had fun. Did you guys have fun? I hope you had fun. We made pretty good timing. Shove the horse. Alright. And that should be a wrap. It's funny how they all funnel into this room. I need to think of another... I might have to, like... I don't know if another door or another hole there. Squiggle walls, man. I gotta figure out what I can do here. So these guys all just don't, like, try and charge up at Kier. Because that kind of cheeses this a little bit. But... Hey, I mean, if you can get into this position by that point, then peace. Like, you've earned it. So, pat myself in the back. And we'll seize. Alright. And that's chapter 3-1, No Way Out. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. I'm going to swap over now to load an alternate save. I just want to show off one more thing real quick, besides my cursor. I don't think I'm going to play because we've been going for like an hour and 40 minutes. But I did want to show off this chapter just a little bit because I'm proud of it. So it's a hint of what's to come in part 4. Village maps. So there's a guide in here. Pretty much, Kier finds out that his village is under attack and his wife's still in the village. And so the objective of this map is for you to get Kier's wife out of the village safely. And there's going to be reinforcements coming, so you got to be really mindful of that. So it's a bit of a pressure cooker chapter where you're trying to basically like firefight, pick up his wife, and escort her out. The other villages all have green units in them, and if they successfully escape, they talk and give you an item. So I just like to show that one off because I think this is pretty cool. And Blanchard. This is by Laurent. Looks great. But also this will be good for some of the other stuff that we're going to show off in a bit. So I'm not going to play this because we're going for an hour and 40, and I do want to do some Q&A before my voice is completely gone. But just a quick preview of what's to come with this chapter. Sorry I can't play it today, guys. I'm a little beat. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to reset. So I did get a chance to look at some questions that came through, and I want to make sure I have adequate time to answer all of them, and then some of the other things that I wanted to talk about, because this has been really fun. It's been a lot of work, but it's been fun work. So let's some Dry Lagoon maybe for a little bit while we're doing this. So Q&A time. Just move this over a little bit. So I'm going to go through all the questions here, top to bottom. We got a bunch, actually. 18 questions. I'm sorry, 16 questions. A lot of questions. Okay. So, let's see. Nabe Piker asks, what's been the least fun part of making this hack? It's a good question. One of the things I like about working on a hack largely by myself in terms of like the actual like design and gameplay is that it gives me an opportunity to like focus and rotate on different things, kind of dealing with things as I feel like dealing with them, instead of being like locked into only doing one piece of it. My least fun part would probably be doing like complex events. So I really dislike doing conditionals. You'll notice that there's very few like flashy events or transitions and things like that. I just have no patience for that kind of stuff. I just want the game to work and the maps to be good. That's what I really enjoy doing. So the flourish and the polish are the stuff that admittedly I struggle with. So that's just kind of how it goes with that stuff. First Lieutenant Noguchi asks, how important to you is the story of Vision Quest? How did the idea for the story come about? This one is another question I like to answer. The story it's pretty important to me. Like, it's hard not to work on something this much and not care. Like, this is purely a passion project. Like, I don't make any money from this. I just do this because I really enjoy making and playing the game. Like, I'm basically making a game that I really like playing, which is, I think, really all you could ask for. Story-wise, I was always of the mind that the story needed to be in a place where I could be proud of it, but I also didn't want to like put like so much emphasis and weight in the story or get too like emotionally invested, because I know how the community is, and like I also know that it's Fire Emblem, and it's like you're not going to get it perfect. You're not going to get all the details right. I got some criticism fairly early on, like, you know, some of the stuff is pretty unrealistic in terms of like the way things are panning out or like why people are making certain decisions. And I was like, yeah, but it's like the story to me, it's like it's the plot and the characters, and the plot serves as a way to see how the characters react to it. And that's the part that I really enjoy writing. So I would say the story is important in insofar only as like how the characters respond. I would say it's definitely a more personally, I think it's a more character-driven story, and I try not to be too plot-heavy, if that makes sense. So I'd say it's pretty important to me. And how did the idea for the story come about? So kind of getting back to like when I got back into the Fire Emblem community, to backtrack a little bit, I've been around Fire Emblem for a while. I've been playing since Blazing Sword came to the West. And I used to hang out on forums when I was like 12. And, ROM hacking was still really new then. You had like Nightmare. I think Nightmare wasn't even made yet, I think, when I first like joined the community. Like a lot of the fan games that were being done were like all forum based, or there was like some of the old farts around might remember. Fire Emblem Tactics Online, which was an FE Planet, like flat, like browser based multiplayer Fire Emblem, and there was also Fire Emblem by Web, which was another similar version, and it just had like Beyond the Borders, the map from Lin mode, and you can just like make as many characters as you want. So it was pretty fun to mess around with that stuff. But even then, like I wanted to make hacks. As far as this story, getting back to your question, I was kicking around ideas for a while, so I kind of came back to the community. Once Shadows of Valentia came out, I was like, all right, Fire Emblem's good. I want to get back into this again. And went to some forums and I was looking, I wonder how ROM hacking's doing, because like it was still so much like Nightmare and Predator, and I knew I didn't have the patience for it as much as I wanted to make my own stuff. And FE Builder, I took a look at it and I was like, this is cool. This is going to change things. I want to give it a try. And this was like maybe late 2017, like probably like around this time 2 years ago. And what I wanted to do was think through, like, if I was going to invest the time and effort into making a hack, I wanted it to be good, because I know there are so many unfinished projects in the community, and it pains me. I've played a lot of them are really good, but they're just not finished, and that really sucks. And I think it leads to ROM hacks kind of getting a bad rep as like, oh, I don't want to get invested in this because it's never going to be done. And I remember I played The Last Promise and I was like, I can do better than this. And so I really wanted to be sure that I was really thorough in my planning before even getting into the hack. And I spent months, dude, just coming up with different ideas. And the way that I went about the story, so now that I'm getting into like the actual meat of your question, I came up with a world. And I was like, this is the world. This is what happens in the world. This is kind of like the nation. So it's kind of just like setting up all this like characterization of like these places. And I was like, all right, why would these places have conflicts? And I thought about different characters that would come from these places and the different stories that would come about. And I actually made drafts in like a Gmail, like an empty draft of an email. And I would do this like on weekends, or like when I'm commuting to and from work when I was living in New York and going on the subway. I would just like sit in my email and just draft up notes, like chapter by chapter, like what's happening, what's the story. And I would do like vignettes. I would do like basically like the first arc of a game, like the first like 12 to 15 chapters or so, and just map that out and see like, do I care enough about this to continue? And I had two in mind. I had three stories in mind first, then a couple others that came about. There was one, basically all these different ideas like that I might end up pursuing later, but I made them, I mapped them out, and eventually I had this idea for like the story of Vision Quest. And I actually was looking through my emails today, and it's actually the email draft of the original like setup for Vision Quest, and like the first like 14 characters and 12 chapters or so that got made, which is now part one more or less, was from like October 22nd, 2017. So I was starting this back then. And what I wanted from the story was I wanted it to be small scale. I wanted it to be very much about people. I wanted to focus on like a non-Lord character, at least to start. And that's kind of where I had the idea for Storch. And originally it was going to be a short thing where like they go like Storch, like pretty much everything that happens in part one, but then the game ends, and then Storch kind of like, it ends on like a bad note. Like Storch did all this work to, kind of go back to how things were, but he ends up working for Titus anyway, and he's disgruntled, and that kind of gets expanded upon later on. But when I finished writing this first, like the outline for the first few chapters and getting the ideas together for the maps, I was like, this is it. This is the idea. I like these characters. I like what's happening here. I like where I could go with the story if I wanted to go further. And so I pursued it, and I ended up mapping out basically the entire game, outline-wise. And then I started making maps, and then I was like, all right, I've done a lot. I have a lot of good components here. Now I'm going to build it into a game. And then I started building the game. So that's kind of how it all came about. But I did take elements from those scrap stories and include them in this because there was stuff that I liked. And one of the things that I liked about it is by going through this exercise of writing multiple stories that take place in this world at different times, is it informs the lore a little bit. So it makes it a little bit easier to do world building because I've kind of done all this work up front. I'm not just kind of pulling stuff out of my ass all the time. It's like, oh, I had the story that took place, let's say 100 years prior to this story, so it would make sense why this is like that, and they'll talk about it that way. Or why these nations have these names or these rulers. Like in all these other outlines I've written, they inform this story that I'm telling, which is Storch's story. So it's not those other, in my mind, it's like not those other stories didn't happen, it's that they're not the ones that are being focused on. So that's kind of how I look at it, and I think that's really helped me just like crank through and do better world building, as well as just have a pretty concise storytelling narrative here. But I hope that answers your question, Noguchi. I know I rambled on for a bit. I'm gonna take some water. All right, let's change up the tunes a bit. So, I would like to be anonymous asks, greetings. How long does it take to compose an original music piece for your hack, if there is any? So I haven't done anything original yet. What's funny is that before I actually started doing the ROM hacking thing, I play music, I play guitar and bass. I've been trying to learn how to do drums, I do some keyboard. And I was actually writing an album, and I was recording some stuff, and then I kind of like got swooped back into Fire Emblem, and I was like, this is what I want to be spending my time on right now. And it's been like that for like the past year and a half. So I can compose music, and I know that that takes a long time in general. So for the hack, I've never done it. Maybe someone in the comments who's done it can share what their thoughts are. But I usually just find midis online and I edit them. Skryza and a reliable chair have helped me tremendously with a lot of these different midis. This one actually Skryza edited for me to make them sound good. Editing's usually pretty quick depending on the quality of the MIDI. It can vary pretty tremendously. An anonymous mustache asks, good day. How plausible is it to get middle-aged men with neatly trimmed facial hair as playable characters? So I knew this question was coming, and part of the reason why I wanted to switch over to this save, even though we're not going to play, is I'll show you some of these characters to see if they kind of hit the marks for you. Let's go through the unit list here. Neatly trimmed facial hair. Where are we? We got Onderdunk, not really neatly trimmed. Lajos. Lajos has pretty neatly trimmed facial hair. He's smooth as hell, dude. He might be the most hot guy in the game. He has better stats now. I buffed his stats. But he has probably the best play. He has the best facial hair, I think. At least like in terms of neat and trimmed. He's got a little bit of a goatee. Maybe it's a little bit more gruff for your taste, but I hope that answers your question on. Oh, and then there's this guy. Look at Vernon, man. Not really neatly trimmed though. This is also by Blaze, who did Kier. But that's pretty much all the facial hair on the player side, so I hope that answers your question. Anonymous asks, are any of the characters in the game based on you or your personality? Yes and no. Like, unintentionally, I would say there are characters. I didn't, like, go into it thinking, like, oh, I have to make a self-insert. I like to joke that all the bald characters are different facets of my personality. But there's no one really who I'm like, this is me in the game. I would say, are there characters that I relate to? I relate to Vigalis because he's kind of like a stoic in that he just sort of like does his thing and like doesn't really care about like what else. He's like, I just need to do the thing. Like, let me do the thing and I'll be fine. Like, don't worry about bullshit. That's kind of Vigalis' personality. He's a bit more sarcastic than I am, but I kind of relate to him. I think pretty similarly. Who else? Yeah, Vigalis is really the first one that comes to mind, but there are different characters who do things that I like. Zoya really likes Manchego cheese, as does Leslie. I relate to them on that level. Onderdonk loves curry. I relate to that. There's a scene where he eats curry. So no one's really totally based on me, but there are definitely facets of things that I agree with that shine through different characters. Like, one of the things I tried really hard to do was to make Storch as different from me as possible. Like, we relate on certain things, but I would say like his overall attitude, I think we're quite different. And I liked writing about a character like that. Why are there so many potential here? Anonymous asks, why are there so many potential heroes in VQ? I mean, the only one you should need is Gunner. Gunner's really good. Why are there so many heroes? So when I played The Last Promise, I really liked using Shuda, Noah, and Ash all together. And I was like, man, it's nice to be able to use like 3 heroes. Like, this is just a fun class to play with. Axes and swords, good combat. So I wanted to replicate that. So there's going to be like 5 total playable hero characters. So 10% of the cast promotes to hero or is a hero. I just think they're fun classes, guys. Gunner might be the best. He has the best availability. Actually, no, Arcady does. But anyway, all good. Anonymous asks, is Titus going to be evil? I feel a bad vibe from him and his tech sometimes. Parenthesis, maybe I should not have trained him that well. Titus, he's not going to leave your party. I'll tell you that much. The game's not going to pull a Kaga on you and just like remove him from your game randomly. Like, I don't really like that. I think that's kind of a bad mechanic. As much as I'd love to do stuff like that narratively, it just doesn't really work in the context of a game. So Titus, he's not going to leave your party. I'll leave it at that. Let's change this up a bit. Let's see. Oh, that's weird. I don't like that. Let's see. Okay, we'll do this one. Anonymous asks, did you have any CGs, cutscene graphics in mind for Vision Quest? Dude, I'd love to, but it's low priority. There are definitely some scenes I think that would really benefit from cutscene graphics. Like, I think Storch's flashback with Larissa and his brother, I think would be really good. The new Gaiden chapters, where it's like a dream sequence, CG would be really cool there. A couple other moments I think would be neat for it, but it's very like, I'm not an artist in the drawing sense, and I just don't want to waste my time on that right now, as much as I'd like to do it, because I think it would just help the game look really good. So I've thought of where they might be good, but I haven't actually thought about doing them. I love the names of the characters, or Anonymous asks, I love the names of the characters, especially in Arc 3. Which country did you draw inspiration from in choosing their names? That's a nice question. Thank you. I'm glad that you like the names. So all the characters, and most of the characters in Part 3 come from Kuching, which is the nation that they're from. And the names of all of the characters there are either Malay or Indonesian. So I looked a lot at those names because I wanted to, one, do something that sounded different from Fire Emblem, but also that was just like going to be unique and distinct from everything else because they are like a unique and distinct people. I tried pretty hard in general to, at least at first, to keep the names kind of like regionally oriented, but as the game went on, like it kind of just became like Kuching is unique, Mahal is unique, and the rest all kind of just use like European names from different parts, so it's a little bit harder to discern, but I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Random Wizard asks, what's been your greatest mistake while making Vision Quest? It's a good question. A lot of it's more on the back end stuff. So like, I'm pretty happy with the story. I like the maps. I've gone back and changed a lot of things. Like, those things are easy to change. I do regret the way I've set up skills. When I started building this, capture wasn't created yet as a skill in the skill system. And I should have gone back, and I love capture as a mechanic, but I know I would need to like rework the entire game. And so I made the choice at that point to not put capture in. I kind of wish I could have. Maybe I'll go back and do it once the game's done and make like a capture version, because I think capture is just cool as hell. And I wanted it to be in this game, but I do miss that. Using skills, I think just like the way I've used them, like skills are just like hard to balance, right? And then some of the ways I've set up stats, so this is actually something I was dealing with the other day. The way I've done like growths and stats for the bases and classes, like it's all very manual because I didn't know how to do it properly. And so from a player's perspective, it looks fine, but it does create some jank on the back end. Nothing breaking, but it's like one of those things like it'd be a really tedious process to rebalance. Right now, it's kind of like all the pipes are duct taped. It works, but I know that it's not ideal. Those would be some of my bigger regrets. But everything else I've been able to like go back and remedy throughout, like bad maps, bad writing, etc. Let's change this up. Let's see. Anonymous asks, did you plan to implement Dur's new pirate animation to VQ? TBD on that. Not totally sure. I like it a lot, but I want to see kind of a little bit more, see what else comes out for it before I make the switch, because I have to redo palettes then, which I don't really feel like doing. NA asks, who is your favorite character in Vision Quest? That's toughy, man. That is a toughie. Let's see. I love Kier. Kier's one of my personal favorites. I really just like his attitude. I really like writing for Marlon and Vigalis in general. I think they're fun characters to write. Let's see. Those would probably be some of my favorites. I'm trying to think who else really like stands out to me as like an absolute favorite. Yeah, I'd say probably those three come to mind as like my three favorite to write for. Who else though? Yeah, that's probably it. Everyone else is okay. I like Helga a lot. The more I've written Helga, the more I've liked her. She starts to play a more prominent role in part 4. So you'll see more of Helga, and I'm pretty happy with what I've written for her and kind of what her arc is like. So she's progressively become one of my more preferred characters in the hack. So looking forward to seeing the reactions there for her. Random Wizard asks, what was your original, vision for Vision Quest like? How did your early idea differ or remain similar to the hack we have today? Honestly, dude, like, because of all the thorough planning I did, I didn't really have to make too many changes. The original vision was that it was going to be shorter. That's for sure. Like, I've definitely had an issue with scope creep throughout this entire process. There's a lot that I want to do. There's a lot I like doing. I like making maps and chapters, so I just keep adding them in, even though I shouldn't be. So, as far as the original vision, it wasn't going to have a part 3. That was an idea that kind of came up later. Like, this would be fun to break it up. Like, part 2 I wasn't really super happy with when I was doing it, and I was like, I need to break this up. I had this other idea for a story that involved this character, Waluyo. How do I adapt this? And so I kind of figured out a way to interweave that into the story a little bit more. Because originally it was just going to be Waluyo just like joins up with them. But I was like, let's just like make like 6 chapters to show him off and like mix it up a bit. So that might be the major thing that changed kind of mid-development. Everything else has been pretty much smooth sailing. Even all the way to the end, like, I feel like I've been pretty good about sticking to the outline and making the tweaks as needed, but the core vision hasn't changed. Ganzep asks, when did you have the idea to create a ROM hack? Oh man, forever ago, dude. I wanted to do it a really long time ago, but as I was saying before, Feditor and Nightmare just not for me. I didn't have the patience for it. I have old notes from like hacks I wanted to make when I was like a kid. And now, the idea for Vision Quest, I would say probably like pen to paper, September, October in 2017, roughly. But the earlier ideas are like probably from like that summer. Now let's change this one up for the last one. Let's do this. Anonymous asks, what other games do you like to play besides Fire Emblem? Did they influence anything about Vision Quest? Mostly the music. Would be the influencing piece. Like, here you go. Like, I like Zelda games, so I put in some Zelda music. I like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, so there's a lot of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle music in here. As far as the games I like to play, I pretty much mostly play Fire Emblem now. I don't really have a ton of time to play other things, and I seldom really feel like it. As far as other games that I've played recently, I'm old school. I like to pop open like an NES, an SNES, and N64 and play that, especially with friends. I find Mario Kart 64 to be really relaxing to play because I've been playing it since I was 5. So I just know it really well. So it's like a nice way to kind of unplug. What else? Those are probably some of the main things. As far as, like, I mean, I play some Smash occasionally. I mean, I like using NES, but not really crazy about it. I play in Melee. I use Peach, but I'm not very good at Smash anymore. Other games, though. I play Rocket League with my friends from home. We play online. That's pretty fun. I do like some sports games. I like playing MVP Baseball 2004 for the GameCube. That's a good one. Didn't really influence anything here, of course, but I would say a lot of the influence for Vision Quest came from other Fire Emblem games. Like, I didn't really have too much influence from other things outside of the music again. But that's all the questions, and we're going for a little over 2 hours. This is like a freaking feature-length film. My voice is hoarse. I am tired. I missed dinner. I gotta get ready to go to bed soon. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Let's get some better music going. So thank you all for watching. I want to just give a shout out to everyone who's been involved in the project. Like, the hack does not work without the team. I embarked on this alone, thinking I was going to do it all myself. And over time, much like a Fire Emblem game, I just recruited people to the team. We have a lot of really wonderful artists, and I've made a lot of great friends through this process. I want to give big shout outs to Laurent Lacroix, Levin, Zanryu, Zame, Card, Skryza, Reliable Chair, Bloopy, Warpath, Melia. All really instrumental in helping make the hack sound and look good. And just being there. Want to thank you to Pikmin 1211 and Spear Doggo. He did a lot of the great palettes you see here. Pikmin did a lot of palettes as well. He's also helped me a lot with events, just kind of coaching me through it. Snaky1, also really tremendous guy, has helped me a lot. He made some custom ASM for me to make Chapter 4 1X work as I wanted to, and it works beautifully now. So I'm really grateful for all of his support. So that's really everyone that's been involved. But if you weren't mentioned, you know who you are. We've gotten a lot of people to help out over the course of the past, now a couple years. Pretty crazy. So really grateful for everyone who's been supportive. And just everyone who's downloaded and played the hack and had a good time. Like, I make this for me first, but I want to also make something that other people will enjoy, and it really makes like the time I put into this worthwhile when I see like someone else like talk about the game or post the game and they're like, oh, this is fun, or this is cool, this is different, or lol, this is dumb. I love getting that kind of feedback. I like knowing like when people don't like it. But it's been really rewarding to see just kind of that people have enjoyed playing it. So that's really all I can ask for, is that people like the project. As far as what's next, so I have a couple fixes I need to make. Since the patch dropped about a month ago, we've been getting some good feedback as far as like some balancing things that could be tweaked, as well as some bugs and things like that. So I'm going back and fixing that. I've started working more on part 4. All of the maps are made, all of the writing's done and inserted. I just have to playtest the rest of it, and that's just taking a while because it just takes a while to playtest for the late game maps. But the game should be done pretty soon. I'm guessing, not holding myself to anything, but probably within a year. It'll be at least like a V1. I started writing supports. I have a lot of supports to write, but we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. And I hope that you guys enjoy. I hope you give it a download. I also like to playtest other people's hacks. I'm going to shill for a moment. I have my own YouTube channel, so if you want to check that out. I like to play stuff and talk about Fire Emblem a lot. And that's all I got to say, guys. So this has been really fun. I love Fire Emblem E3. It's a really great event. One of the things that definitely, kind of hooked me back into ROM hacking is just seeing all the cool stuff that's going on and being a part of the community. I'm really grateful that I got to record so many things this year. Really, really proud of the work I've done. Really cool to see the other work that others have done. And it's just fun. It's just a fun time. We have a good community. So thank you, Arch, for organizing this again for the 9th year in a row. I think this was. That's wild. What an effort, guys. So I hope you all enjoy Fire Emblem E3 2019. My name is Pandan, and I'll say it again. If there's someone in your life that you care about, let them know. Send them a text, send them an email. Do what you gotta do, man. I try to remind myself that. And one thing I'll say is, you guys are great. Thanks for watching. This has been Fire Emblem E3 2019, a showcase of Vision Quest, chapters 110, 3.1, and a sneak peek at Chapter 41X, as well as a tour of the sound room and some of the things that are broken. But anyway, guys, if you're still here 2 hours and 10 minutes into the video, my hat goes off to you. Thank you again for all your support. Super grateful. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, be safe. Say goodnight to the cursor. Until then, guys.